Also on the show, we're going to highlight a new artist. His name is Joshua Hamby. Look forward to talking with him and hearing some of his new music. But for right now, pull them headphones on real tight, slide on up to the computer, because it's time for your host. Here's J.D. and the Doctor.
Special guest caller all the way from over on my side of the field over in California, also an active Navy Marine. We'd like to salute him for all he's done for our country and all of our other active duty members of the military. He's going to be calling in later tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and he's going to be presenting some new music that he's been doing. He's also an artist, and believe it or not, he's from my neck of the woods, a good old South Carolina. That's where this song stemmed from, and that's what he wrote it for. Good old hometown boy of South Carolina, just like I am. That's my hometown. If you don't know, I'm from Charleston. And right now I'm broadcasting live from Los Angeles, California. This is where I'm stationed at over here, and I tell you what, I do miss home every day. But we're going to try to get...
I think I made it.
You gotcha? Here we go.
I'm having serious technical issues over here, but you're doing a fine job. So we're going to have Mr. Joshua Hamby calling in here in just a little bit, a new artist, and Mr. Hamby and I have some very good. We have some common friends. We'll put it that way. I want to welcome now to the show a young man who has talent that is just oozing out of him. We're going to welcome him in. Mr. Joshua Hamby. Joshua, how are you doing tonight, buddy?
Good. How's it going, Mitch?
Oh, man, I'm finding a frog hair split 3 ways and sanded.
That's good.
I tell you what, we got to talking to some family members last night, and me and some of your family members all happened to go to the same high school together. And one of them was turning me on to some of your music last night, and I was jumping up and down. I said, man, we have got to get him on the show. And I'm just tickled to death we were able to pull it off and get you on here tonight.
Oh, well, thanks for having me.
I'd like you to also meet my co-host, who is a songwriter and recording artist himself, Mr. J.D. Tharpe. J.D., say hi to Joshua.
Hey, Joshua. How are you, man?
Good. How's it going, J.D.?
Good. It's a pleasure having you on the show. I'm very excited to hear about some of your music you've got going on. Doctor's been bragging up and down about how you've got some good stuff out there. I look forward to hearing it.
Oh, well, thanks. I'm glad.
But now on to our current events. Joining us, Mr. Joshua Hamby. Josh, how's things out there in Camp Pendleton?
They're doing all right. Just sitting here at work by myself.
Tell us how things over there in Pendleton.
They're doing all right. The weather's actually cold for a change.
Yeah.
Now, tell you what, without further ado, let's roll some of his fabulous music. And I was going to say that fabulous bean footage, but we all know that with that commercial. But this is I can't help it. I got to make a joke every now and then,
Yeah, I love that bean footage.
That's right. This is his newest song. This is one of his new songs. Took me long enough. This is Mr. Joshua Hamby.
I don't want to wake up in the middle of a life that has no meaning. And I know it's been way, way too long since I could even hear the voice of reason. And I still say I'm long enough to realize I have to close the door and open a brand new one. To be the man I know that I can be. I never thought that I could be so happy, and now I've changed my game plan. And what I could be. The consequences that I'm facing is the reason that I'm doing what I gotta do to make my life a better one. The consequences that I'm facing is the reason that I'm doing what I gotta do to make my life a better one.
There you go, man. I'll tell you what, my foot's still a tapping. Joshua, you own to something right there, buddy.
Thanks, Mitch. Appreciate that.
Now, tell us a little bit about Joshua Hamby.
All right. I was born in Easley, South Carolina. I lived there. I did several things with my life. I my dad moved mobile homes. I worked with him for the first about 15 years of my life. Moved down to Florida for a couple of years. I graduated high school there. Moved back, did a little graphic design, a little video engineering for a couple of years. Decided I should serve my country. My brother was a Marine, once Marine, always Marine. And I decided to join after him. So I've been out here in California for about 4 years now. And that's about it where I'm at.
Well, I'll tell you what, from an old salty sailor to a Marine, hoorah.
Appreciate that.
I know that. Go ahead there, JD.
I said hoorah indeed.
You know, it's we've been kind of taking a new slant to the show this year, and the first show we done of the year, we reached out to old truck drivers, and not old truck drivers, but old truck drivers songs, and we had a lot of fun with that last week. And had Jerry Fagan, recording artist and songwriter from years ago. He called in and shared some stories with us there. And this week we're doing a tribute to our troops. And I thought how fitting to have one of our troops to join us on the show tonight. And with the music that you bring, man, it's you have an incredible talent both vocally and with the guitar. How long have you been playing the guitar?
Hard to say, really. Music's always been in the family, so there's always been a guitar next to me. But I actually probably picked it up maybe, I guess 4 or 5 years ago, started playing it.
Well, I know that I know your mom and your dad both sing, as well as your brother. You've got a couple of videos out that are on YouTube. Tell us what channel that is so everybody can check that out on YouTube.
The channel used to be called Joshua Hamby Music, but you can actually find my channel just by typing in Joshua Hamby.
All right, and I know you've got a lot of stuff on there, and I know it must be an honor to get to sing with your mom and dad, huh?
Oh, definitely. They've the talent goes on beyond them to my grandparents.
Well, it's obvious to see that the apple didn't fall far from the tree.
Well, thanks. Appreciate that.
I tell you what, let's roll your new JD. Hang on with me. We're gonna roll his new one. This is Long Way Home.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's a long way home, sleeping all day. It's a long way home. I've been dreaming all day. Just found me on my couch, I'm asleep. 'Cause it's a long way traveling home. I got miles to run. I got no shade. It's a long way. I got no shade. Just found me in my room. I'm asleep. And dragged me out to sea. Just drag me out, see, and take me home, take me home. Just take me home, South Carolina. I've been gone for way too long. Way home. I've been sleeping all day. It's a long way home. I've been drifting away. Just find me in my room and I'm asleep. Take me home. Take me home, South Carolina. I've been gone for way too long.
There you go, Joshua Hamby, Long Way Home. Josh, tell us a little bit about that song.
Well, I just got the urge to write again. It was, I guess it was about 3 days ago. I had a minute to sit and think to myself for about a half an hour, I guess, and I had the tune in my head a little bit, and I just started playing around on the guitar, and then just started throwing some lyrics in there, you know, I guess what was on my mind, because it's a long way home. It's about 2,400 miles or so, and I sleep all day and work all night.
Oh, so the song's that new?
Yep.
Well, JD, what have you got over there, buddy?
Man, I gotta tell you what, Josh, you got a good sound to you, man. I like your music. I like your feeling behind your stuff. You know, I can definitely appreciate what you're doing from one songwriter to another. Man, I just gotta say, wow, that's some good stuff. But I tell you, I'm listening, and as I'm listening to your songs out here, I'm searching up some information about you, and it's like you're just now recently getting out there into the world of music. What got you doing that?
I guess I started to before I joined the Marine Corps, and never really pushed for it. I had a date that I was already going to boot camp, so I tinkered around with it for a little bit, and then joined the Marine Corps. Didn't really mess with it for a while until just recently.
Right on, man. Well, you guys really good sound. For our listeners out there, if you want to find out more about Joshua Hamby, you can look up on Facebook at Joshua Hamby. You can also find him on YouTube. Where, Josh?
It's also Joshua Hamby. Just search, you can find the channel.
Have any music on iTunes or Amazon, anything like that?
I do not.
You not? Okay. Well, keep us updated as soon as you do have anything up on iTunes or anything where people can go get your music. Let us know so we can shoot it out to our listeners.
For sure. I like to. I got a lot of stuff I need recorded, and I got a microphone and a computer.
Right. So what's your biggest influence behind your music? What gets you out to writing songs? I would say, what's your passion behind it? What makes you enjoy it so much?
I guess there's a lot going on in my life. I got a lot of different things that have happened, and I guess that's just a good way of expressing it. You can just play the guitar. I could hold the guitar all day, and multiple occasions falling asleep with it, probably singing to myself or something, and just passed out.
Well, I know that I know you have one song. I am a huge bluegrass fan, and old contemporary Christian gospel. I like to go back, old school with a lot of stuff. But there was a group that hit the charts here a couple of years ago called Nickel Creek. Are you familiar with them?
I am, yeah. I like them a lot.
Yeah. Well, the next song that I'm getting ready to play, it's called Out on the Water. This song really has a Nickel Creek feel to it. Do you feel that way? I mean, is that something that you look at? I mean, do you ever kind of look at your music and say, well, this kind of sounds like so and so?
I guess so. I listen to a lot of different ones. I like John Mayer and Jason Mraz. Lots of cats like that, but I really don't want to aim towards it. I don't want to really sound like them. I like to have my own sound if possible, but appreciate you saying it sounds like Nickel Creek. It's a big plus.
Well, now, one question that I have asked every guest that I've ever had on the show, and I've got some really strange answers, but it's always interesting. If we walk out to your vehicle right now, what are we going to find in your CD player?
There's actually Michael Bublé, Call Me Irresponsible.
Cool.
That man has got talent, too.
He's oozing with it.
Well, I tell you what, let's go ahead and listen to Out on the Water. This is Joshua Hamby.
Out on the water, out in the deep blue sea. Felt this, knowing where I was. Ice and light now, out in the fall. This is my homeland, and it has forgotten me. They know my all. All my dreams are failing. Don't hold my tongue. I wanna speak my mind now. And all my dreams are failing. Don't hold my tongue. I wanna speak my mind now. Colder, off the mist on my cheek. I stepped on a landmine, and it has destroyed me. And all my dreams are failing. Don't hold my tongue. I wanna speak my mind now, because I'm out in the water. I'm out in the water. I'm out in the deep blue sea. I would have felt this, knowing where I was.
That was Out on the Water, ladies and gentlemen, Joshua Hamby. We're 10 minutes to the hour here on the Hump Day Harmony Show. Joshua, you said you've been playing guitar here in about 5-6 years at most. When did you start singing?
Singing, let's see. My parents were always pushing me to sing, but my voice didn't drop until about last year.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm just kidding. There was, I guess, about high school. I graduated when I was 16, and I played a tune. It was Hero by Enrique Iglesias. You know that one?
Mm-hmm.
I sort of made a joke out of it, and then I guess played it, and I was like, man, maybe I should start singing it. It was the first song I played on the guitar and sang at the same time, so I kind of went from there. I guess I was about 16 years old.
So we got a lot of brand new stuff out from you now. You know, some stuff that you recently recorded. Is there any plans here for a full-blown album?
There is, yeah. When I can, I'd like to make time to do it. Probably have to take some leave or something, but I got some ideas and some things that are ready to rock and roll in that recording studio.
I gotta tell you what, man, we're not too far from each other. We ought to get together here pretty soon and change contact information, see if we can't get together and do a little jam fest. I gotta tell you, Joshua, when Joshua's not picking up the guitar, not playing music, not writing music, when he's not serving our country in the Marines, what is he doing?
Usually sitting on the couch, waiting on some money to roll in so I can go fly some helicopters.
How long have you been in Marine Corps, Josh?
I've been in about 4 years in April.
Very nice, very nice. What's your biggest inspiration behind your songwriting? I mean, what really gets you inspired to say, you know what, that sounds like something I could write about, or you know, that's what really grasps you?
I guess when certain things happen, could be good, bad, ugly, who knows? It just some lyrics will spring to mind, and I try to put it with a tune. I've also had a lot of great people, a lot of friends coming right with me. I got a good friend, April Manley. She's married. She's April Hatchett now. Me and her recorded some songs a good while back. She was a big inspiration at the time. My buddy Dylan, he plays the guitar, and he's helped. He's a wicked musician. You can play anything, and he can play right along to it. He played in Out on the Water with me. That's actually a live recording.
Wow. Real quick, JD. I have a message from the Deck Apes. I'm reading this just the way they sent it to me. The Deck Apes aboard the USS Eisenhower say that for a Marine, Josh, you're a pretty good dude.
Pretty good dude. All right, Tom. Thanks.
I'm getting a ton of messages in here, both on Facebook and in the chat room that is open. And I tell you what, there is you have a lot of positive response to your stuff, and they really like it. So you're on to something, buddy. You just keep on trucking.
Oh, that's good to hear. Good to hear.
All right, back to you, JD.
Very nice. Well, Joshua, who was your biggest influence growing up in music? I mean, who did you admire? I know for me, if anybody asked me, the first person that spout out of my mouth would be Garth Brooks. I mean, did you have any big musical inspirations when you were growing up that made you think that, you know, music is what I want to do?
Yeah, I guess it'd be my parents. They didn't force it on me or anything, but they were a big influence, bringing music into my life. They made me start taking piano lessons when I was 7 years old. After I took for about 7 years, and I told them I want to quit. You know, I'm tired of having to read this music. I was like, I want to play on my own. So they let me quit the piano, but I kept on playing it, and really enjoyable.
Very nice. Well, speaking of Joshua Hamby music, we got another song coming up. This one's called Crazy Girl. Tell us a little bit about that, Josh.
Crazy Girl. It's really generally about just certain women. My wife seems to think it's about her, even though when we and I recorded it, it was a live recording at Corbin McGee's. I looked at her when I said Crazy Girl, and she thought it was about her ever since then. But it's just about it's just generic you know, crazy girls out there. So.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've got Joshua Hamby on the show tonight. We've been playing some of his tunes, and this one here, no exception. This one's called Crazy Girl.
But the dark, oh, I can see the shining of the light. It grabs me in the deepest part of my heart. You put me on this pedestal of yours and left me in the sky. The wind, your wind blown in these clouds and shoot my mind. It puts me where I stand in short miles. I put you in your place, you crazy girl. Leave you high and dry. I don't wear your name around mine anymore. 'Cause every time I make an attempt, I'm sure you're as impossible as you were before. So all this useless trying is out the window. You crazy girl. You crazy girl. Your face, it fits every nerve inside of me. how it's always gonna be. You don't make the rules here anymore, so I'm shutting you out the door. I don't wear your name on my mind anymore, 'cause every time I make an attempt, I'm sure you're as impossible as you were before. So all this is just trying it out the window. You crazy.
Joshua Hamby, ladies and gentlemen, Crazy Girls. Man, that's just great stuff, Josh. I love the style behind your music. It's, you know, to me, I don't hear a more familiar sound than anybody else these days. I mean, you just got a style and a way to present your music on your own.
Oh, thanks, man.
But I can tell you what, Mr. Walker over there on the East Coast, over there in good old Georgia, he's been telling me that phone lines have been blowing up with people wanting to ask you questions and stuff like that. So I think we're going to go throw it over to him so we can get some calls on the line and ask a couple questions like that.
Okay, sounds good.
Well, Joshua, first of all, we want to thank you for being on the show. I mean, we're not going to let you go here anytime soon. But secondly, what we want to ask you here is that we do with every artist that we have on our show, you know, especially when we're debuting new artists and new music. We want to get your permission from here on out to every show that we have here on Hamby Harmony Wednesday nights, if it'd be okay to continue to play your music.
Yes, it'd be perfectly fine.
It does sound like that doctor has a lot of stuff going on there because his phone ran off the hook.
That was actually my other phone.
Oh, okay. Anyway, we can expect some more new music from you and get it out to the world for the listeners to hear.
It'll be as soon as I can, maybe within the week.
Yeah, and I tell you what, as soon as you get that music out there, you send it to me in the doctor's way, and we'd love to get you back on the show again later on, you know, probably at the end of the month or next month, depending on how many guests and we have on the show. But for sure, I mean, do not hesitate to get some new music to us to have the listeners listen to, because I tell you what, you're getting a lot of response, a lot of positive response to your music. Man, people are loving it.
Well, that's good to hear. That's good to hear.
I don't know what this is. I haven't had not one Marine call in, but I've had 3 sailors call in.
All right.
Petty Officer Todd Davis, he's in Norfolk, Virginia. He called in and he said that he didn't want to go on the air. He said he was kind of busy, but he was listening, and that he really liked your stuff, and he was a big fan of the Crazy Girl. He said that, man. He said I like that. So the response is overwhelming, and it's positive. I know we have had a lot of people on our show in the past year, and I can't remember this many people calling in one show and responding with positive feedback like we've gotten tonight.
Well, man, that's good. That's good to hear right there.
You're gonna have to line something up on. You might need to start looking into CD Baby or Reverb Nation or something, because these people are wanting your stuff.
Oh, I definitely will.
Well, I tell you what, too, Joshua. I know you're probably unaware of this, but I do run a home recording studio out of my home over here. And if you ever did any mastering done to your stuff, just send it my way. I'll take care of it for you.
I appreciate that. I have no audio editing skills.
All right. Well, I run top of the line stuff over here. So, like I said, if you ever need any mix and mastering done, just send it my way, and I'll take care of it for you free of charge. No problem.
Oh man, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's my way of saying thank you for serving our country.
Oh, well, good deal. For sure.
Oh, absolutely. For sure. There's plenty of places around here I can get you gigs, even up in your area for sure. I know a lot of contacts. So, I mean, if you ever want to get to playing and get some music out there, just let me know. I'll get you some hookups.
Definitely. We'll have to exchange contact information for sure later on.
Well, I've already friended your Facebook, so whenever you get a chance to get on Facebook again, you'll see a friend request of me. So just hook me up, and we can go from there.
All right, sounds good. Also, Mitch, I wanted to add my papa. I found out my papa, Louis Hensley. It's my mom's dad. He actually went to Ravens Gap as well.
Oh, okay.
2 years ago.
See, all us gappers, man, we got to stick together. There's a bunch of us.
That's right.
And, you know, just real quick, I know this has absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with the show tonight, other than the fact that he was a veteran. Do you know that back during World War II, that has always been a problem with me saying that, there was a group of men called Doolittle's Raiders, and it was a squadron of bombers that bombed Japan. And one of the, I mean, Doolittle was notorious. I mean, you can look him up on the internet and search for it. It was a huge undertaking, and to have all the bombers complete their mission as they did, there was a famous gapper, a man who attended Rabun Gap. His name was Vernon Truelove. He was the bombardier on one of those flights of the Doolittle's Raiders. So
oh, wow.
It's a rich heritage from Rabun Gap.
Man, for sure. Breeds good people.
Oh yeah. And I want to thank Judy and Richie both, and especially your mom for staying up last night and having the patience to deal with me and getting all these songs loaded over here and get them sent to me. So I want to thank her and thank Judy and Richie for turning me on to you, because man, you're a talent that has been untapped. And hopefully with the show tonight and getting the positive response, we'll be able to get you pointed in the right direction and get you recording somewhere.
That sounds great.
Joe, you got anything over there you want to throw in there?
No, Joshua, man, it's just been a pleasure having you on the show. You got some great music, and, you know, man, I look forward to working with you down the road, even after this is said and done, and helping out in any way I can. But thank you for definitely taking the time out and being on the show tonight and sharing your music with us. And, man, I look forward to getting it shared with a lot of more people.
Wow, well, thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
It has been our pleasure. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, this is Joshua Hamby. We want to thank you for joining us. United States Marine Corps. Semper Fi, buddy.
All right, thanks.
All right, we're going to go out. We're going to play this one again, because there's been a lot of positive response to that. Joshua, I want to thank you for joining us on the show. You're welcome here anytime. Just give me a shout, and we will get you on here. You get a new song that you really want to turn loose, well, you let me know, and we'll get it on here. But this is Long Way Home.
It's a long way home. Sleeping all day. It's a long way home. I've been dreaming all day. Just find me on my couch, I'm asleep. 'Cause it's a long way traveling home. I got miles to run. I got no shame. It's a long way. I got no shame. Just find me in my room, I'm asleep, and drag me out to sea. Just drag me out to sea and take me home. Take me home. Just take me home to South Carolina. I've been gone for way too long. It's a long way home. I've been sleeping all day. I've been drifting away. Just find me in my room, and I'm asleep. Take me home. Just take me home. South Carolina, I've been gone for way too long.
Joshua Hamby, Long Way Home. Tell you what, JD, that was appropriate that we could get him in here on our tribute to the troops tonight, don't you think?
Absolutely. I couldn't think of anything better, and even better than that, to get an active duty member in the military who's also a singer-songwriter and just has some incredible music. I mean, that's best thing since sliced bread.
Oh, I tell you what, and it was it all come about, last night. Like I was saying, thanks to Richie Hensley and to Judy Wilburn and to his mom Sonia for getting everything over to me. And his mom and I were on the computer last night till the wee hours of the morning. She was sending me music and getting them uploaded to the show and getting everything situated. And man, I can't thank her enough. It was without her, we couldn't have made this happen. There's a lot of men and women out there, both at home and abroad, who have taken and put their lives on the line so that each of us may do what we do each and every day. And the show is a dedication tonight to them for all that they do, day in and day out, time away from their families, time that they could be at home. They are spending it defending our country.
Absolutely, and thank you to all of the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, National Guard, Coast Guard, all you guys out there. Thank you very much. And like Mitch said, this show is dedicated to you tonight. Our guest tonight, Joshua Hamby Music. You can check him out on Facebook and on YouTube at Joshua Hamby. We'd like to thank him for being on the show with us tonight, and we look forward to having him back again. Again, you can check out his music and things about him and what's going on, future events and gigs that he's got. Joshua Hamby on Facebook, also Joshua Hamby on YouTube.
JD and I want to wish each and every one of you a happy new year as the year progresses. We hope it's better for you than last year was. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.